My name's Teresa. I am the owner and artisan at NTS Design Co. I come live with you guys Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. on the fabulous Dixie Belle YouTube page. Today we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna do some painting tutorials, but today we're gonna mix it up and we're going to be showcasing some of the new products that Dixie Belle has out right now. And it's going to be the Voodoo Gel Stain. So Dixie Belle has an array of different products that I absolutely love. And you can find all the products that I will be using today at your local retailer. If you go to the Dixie Belle website and you go up to the left-hand corner, it'll say find a local retailer. You type in your zip code and it'll show all of the local retailers in your area that you can choose from. And you'll be able to find all the products that I'm using today. So let's have some fun. It is very cold outside. It snowed here. We got about maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow last night, which is absolutely unheard of for my area. So I'm super, super excited about that. So after I'm done with my live, I'm gonna go outside and play in the snow with my kids. So today we're just gonna have some fun and we're gonna do a really fun project. So this is a 1x4 boards that I attached together on the back, and then I burned them with my MAC gas, and then I went over and I sanded it to give it this, so it's a bit softer. And I want to stain it, and I want to showcase, there's 4 different stains, so I thought what a great way to showcase the stains that Dixie Belle just dropped by adding them to each board. So that'll be a fun project for us. As well as that, I brought out all of the other gel stains so that I could show you those individually. I have a little artist palette, and I have some stencils that will be stenciling with those. So depending on how much time we have left is about as far as I'll be able to get today. But I figured let's go have some fun and let's try. Good morning, Shannon. How are you? Hey, Patty, how are you? Okay, so the new stains that are out is Bleached Cypress, which is this beautiful, like, they're all like these really beautiful natural tones. So Bleached Cypress is really nice. Bleached Wood is very popular right now, so that's a great way to accomplish that. This is Whiskey Barrel. This is one of my favorites. I just dropped a desk on my my Insta. If you guys follow me over there, you'll be able to see what that looks like, and that was in this color. And then here is Charred Hickory, which is this beautiful darker color where it's like more like a smoky color. And then they have Fireside Ash, which is the lightest of all of the colors, which is really beautiful, the ones that they just dropped. So these are the ones that are coming to your local retailers soon, so you can go ahead and check with your local retailers to see if they have them in, and that's where you'll be able to find those. So those are the new ones. We'll be doing one each board in those colors. And then I brought out, like I said, some stencils that we can paint with. And then Dixie Belle has these artisan brushes, which are absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you. It's so cold and my hair is dirty, so I'm wearing a beanie. How to look cute, throw a hat on. So I have these artist brushes, and I'm going to be painting the stencils with the Voodoo Gel stains and putting them in this little artist palette. I'm going to be using this really, really cute, this one is Cottage Core Mushrooms, which is really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put that one in the middle and add some stuff around. And then I have this, I don't know if I'm gonna use this one or not. It's a Silkscreen Flora stencil. I pulled out this one out of it, which is like the little scrolls. I thought I could put those in the corners of the sign. And then I have the butterfly stencil because, of course, with mushrooms, you want to add little butterflies and things like that. So that's my idea with this. I'm going to get as much done over here as I can, and then I'm going to pop on over to my page to finish it if we don't have enough time. So there is that. Again, these artisan brushes are absolutely amazing. I love them. They're fantastic. They're great quality. I use them on a lot of small projects. I use them on my furniture. I use them on my drawers. I use them on so much. They just get into tight little spaces, and the bristles don't wear out. It's a really good, high quality brush. I really can't say enough about the artisan brushes. They're probably my favorite. I'll be applying the gel stain. I'm going to take the Gator Hide sponges, these blue sponges, and I'm going to be cutting them up so I can dip them in and go ahead and apply my stain. So that, again, all of these products you can find on the Dixie Belle website, minus, you know, obviously my artist palette and scissors and weird things like that, because, you know, Dixie Belle doesn't sell just everything, but mostly everything. I'll also have my bag of rags to offload. I love these. These are amazing. They come in different sizes. They're just little cut up pieces of lint-free cloths. I used to just go to Home Depot and get them, but they're linty. And so it would drive me insane that I would be trying to wipe something back and then I have to go back and pick out all the lint. So I don't know if anybody else is extremely bothered by that, but it bothers my entire existence. So I'm very OCD about my stuff. So I can't have that. All right, let's get the show on the road. I brought some gloves out because I don't like to get my hands dirty. And let's go ahead. I brought these little cups. Like I said, I'm gonna be dipping my sponges in and I'll be watering them down. I like to water down my stains just because I like a opaque, transparent coverage. For me, that's my favorite thing to do. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix this up so it's not so like boom, boom, boom. I don't want it to be lightest to darkest. I want it to kind of be like that. So, I mean, these are pretty close to each other, so that's about as good as I can get. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be using the charred hickory, and then we're gonna be using the fireside ash. Then we'll be using the whiskey barrel, and then we'll be using the bleached cypress. So if you have any paint related questions, drop your comments down. I'd be happy to answer them below. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut up this little gator hide sponge. How much snow do you guys have, Patty? I'm sure you have a ton. We got like, I think maybe 2 inches or so. I can't remember what they said. I'm gonna have to go outside and measure it up with the kids afterwards. I'm super excited. So again, I'm just gonna be cutting this little gator hide sponge. I don't have a used one, or I would be using one that was already used. So I'm just gonna sacrifice a new one. No snow, we got all your snow. And Aaron got all your snow. Did you see? Aaron got more snow than we did. He got like 5 inches or something. That's insane. I'm so excited for him. He's like a little kid out there throwing snowballs. He couldn't be more precious if he tried. All right, so let's go ahead and use the charred hickory. I'm just gonna give it a good shake. You can apply them on the board if you like to. I like to put mine in cups and I like to water them down. Again, I like an opaque look to my stains. And again, it's that beautiful, like delicious color. We had very little snow this year. We never get snow, and we've had snow a lot this year, actually. More snow than we normally get, which is kind of exciting. All right, so I'm just adding very little. Okay, that's the charred hickory. It's this beautiful color. I love it. All right, and then we're gonna go in with fireside ash. Again, adding very little. You can squeeze them in. I just like to take the caps off and pour them in. It's a little easier for me. Okay, and then this is gonna be the whiskey barrel. Again, these are the brand new Voodoo Gel stains that Dixie Belle just dropped. I'm so excited. These things could not be more beautiful. I love stains. I think they're so fun, and I want to show you today how you can utilize them as a stain or just to have some fun and paint with them. So that's why we're going to be doing this fun little project. Okay, and then this is the bleached cypress. So as you can see, they are, let's see if I can do this without spilling them. They are all very similar. There, I'm back. I have no idea what happened, but the screen just went black, so I don't know if it went black for you guys, but it did for me. So we're back. I'm gonna add some gloves, and then we're going to go ahead and we're gonna water these down as well. So you can use your mister bottle. You also can use a cup of water. I like to just use my mister bottle because I'm not gonna be adding a ton of water because there's not very much in here. And then I just swirl it around. You can mix it up. If I had a lot more stain in here, I would mix it with a popsicle stick, but since I'm just going to be using it as like a very thin, opaque, because you see how thick these are? They're really thick. And so I want it to be like the consistency of milk is where I like that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do this so that I don't forget which ones they are because I am notorious for that. All right, so that was the charred hickory. And then this one is the fireside ash. So again, we're just gonna spray with our mister bottle and water this down just a smidge. And then I'm just gonna give it a little swirly swirl. All right, And again, this water mister bottle you can find on the Dixie Belle website as well. And I'm just swirling it around until it moves free from the bottom. I like to use these little Dixie cups. They're relatively cheap at wherever you want to buy your cups. I think I got these maybe at Walmart or something like that. So again, very liquidy consistency on that part. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the whiskey barrel. And we're just gonna swirl it around again. Come on. You can just give it a good little shake just to kind of get it to loosen up. All right. There's that one. Again, how I prepared this board. They're just 1x4s I got at Home Depot. I cut them to length the way I wanted them, and then I attached them on the back. I sanded them after I took my matte gas blowtorch and I burned them, and then I sanded it back to get this charred look, if you're wondering what that is. Yes, it's funny. Yes, so I did burn the board. I burned the board and then I sanded it with my Festool afterwards just to get it smooth and to get some of that char. I'll flip it over and show you what it looked like before. This was supposed to be my sign in my booth and I never got to it. Shocker. So this is what it looked like before I sanded it, which it's a great look and that's absolutely beautiful, but I didn't think the stains would show up as well on that. And it's uneven. So when you burn it, it's not a very even finish. And then you can see how I attached the boards together. And then I'll put the little hangers on the back of it so I can hang this up. So that's what it looks like after I sanded it. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just such a fun thing, right? Like, it doesn't always have to be furniture. I'm gonna be very honest, it's very hard for me. I've had if you guys haven't noticed, I have not been on here lately. I'm sick today. Everybody in my house is sick, unfortunately, but I'm here. And the last couple of weeks, they've been digging in front of my house. Well, the last couple of weeks, they've been doing construction. They're digging on my street, which is super annoying. They cut my internet 3 times. 3 times they cut my internet line. And they came out and they marked it and they're like, we won't do it again, blah, 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 blah. AT&T's like, we have to charge you $147. Like, that is the most randomest number. I'm like, I'm not paying $147 for you guys to come fix what you guys did. And it wasn't them, but it was the construction company. So they're building across the street from my house, a brand new neighborhood, which I'm not thrilled about, but whatever. And so they're putting all these like pipelines down and they cut my line. And so then they came out and they're like, it's a 15 feet in from the road. They're digging this trench, which is probably as wide as my counter and me deep. And I'm like, they're gonna cut my line again. I just know it. They just fixed that stupid line. They cut the line and then they blamed it on AT&T because AT&T didn't mark it. The AT&T blames it on the guy from the utility company. The utility company blamed it on AT&T. The construction company blames it because they didn't bury the line deep enough. And I'm like, they almost cut my power. Like, we almost didn't have power either. Like, I'm so tired of construction. I have lived in my house for 5 years and I've never not had to deal with construction. And I tell you, I'm over it. I'm over it. They were bombing across the street. I say bombing. They were dynamiting across the street to get through the rocks, to do whatever it is that they're doing over there. My house has been shaking. My dog thinks there's a bomb shelter going on around here. Like, it's been a nightmare. I recommend, like, just go move into the country. It's been a nightmare. So finally I'm here. We have internet, hopefully for a little while. And that's where we're at. Okay, so enough about my backstory. That's why we haven't been here, because, you know, the holidays and then the last 3 weeks they have been doing internet crap outside of my house. So my kids are over it. I'm over it. I'm thankful that I have internet. I live in the country, so I only have like 1 dot of service, so it's never gonna be enough for me to sustain a Wi-Fi. It's just a mess. So there's the charred hickory. Let's go ahead. We're gonna take our sponge and then I like to wet my sponge first, not like saturate, but just enough to get it damp so that way it's not absorbing as much as the stain, okay? And then I'm going to hold my little area. I'm going to dip it in All right, and then we're gonna do this top board in the charred hickory. And hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. All right, and it just looks so pretty. Giant piece of wood. All right, and we're just gonna get, you may not be able to see the edges. I apologize, my camera is only so big because it's my phone. And if I go back any further, you're not gonna be able to see anything else. So we're just gonna grab these little edges because there is some overlap. There is like these little Sharpie sharps. Sorry for the coughing, and I will be drinking water because I am sick. My kid got sick. He hurt his arm at the gym. We took him to urgent care. He's fine. He just strained a ligament. But on top of that, because everybody has this respiratory thing going around, he got sick from urgent care and then gave it to all of us. So he's on antibiotics. And then the rest of us are just suffering through it. All right, let's go ahead. Never a dull moment around this piece. If you guys have followed me long enough on the other social media platforms, you just know that there is just never a dull moment in my house. Between animals and children and the shenanigans that I am. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I should have thought this out better. And I'm gonna add that there. Okay, so that was the charred hickory. Isn't that beautiful? Let me hold it up. I'm going to be using my heat gun to dry this so that I can apply the stencil. It's very pretty. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead. Again, I'm gonna take my little, because it has the grooves in there, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the grooves. And then this is the Fireside Ash. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. I took medicine this morning. I don't know how long it takes to kick in, but it needs to hurry up. No, I dripped. No drippies. All right, Fireside Ash is this beautiful light color. So this is just gonna kick that orange color down a little bit. All right. My cats are meowing. If you can hear them. We live here. This is a beautiful light color. Like I said, this is the lightest of all of them. If I wanted to be fancy, you could blend it in, but I really just don't feel like doing all that. I just want it to be separate so that you guys can see all of the different colors. Fireside Ash. That's beautiful. Okay, move these over here so I don't spill them. Okay, and now we're going to be using the Whiskey Barrel, which is beautiful. It's like a browner color. It's really pretty. Again, we're just gonna stick our fingers in that little groove. Offload a little bit. We got a new cat for Christmas. That's been fun. His name is Spooks. He's the cutest little kitty cat, but he is shaking things up around here. My other two are adjusting still. My girl cat is not impressed. She hisses at him every second she can, but my boy cat and him follow each other around the house like crazy. Mittens, chill out. So they're running around the house playing right now, if you can hear them. All right, that is beautiful. So again, that's the Whiskey Barrel. Isn't that pretty? So it's very subtle, right? Again, this would be way brighter if a Whiskey Barrel is pretty. It would be really pretty. I mean, it would be really pretty. It is really pretty, but it would be a lot more vibrant if it was on a board that wasn't burned. But this is what we're going with, and I like it. So there's that. And now we're going in with the last, which is the Bleached Cypress. And then this is going to be a lighter color, but darker than this one. So they're very beautiful in different variations. I'm going to close the door. Hold on. My son is loud. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. He has a snow day, so he's upstairs 110 full force screaming on the Xbox. Anybody else have teenage boys? Yeah, you guys get it. I don't know why they need to yell. They all do it. Like, how do you guys have friends? I would not want to listen to that. All right, and so I'm just making sure I get this in all my little groovy grooves. This is so pretty. You could add more layers if you wanted it to be a darker look. Again, I also watered mine down a little bit because I wanted mine to be more opaque. And this is how you tone down just enough. So pretty. All right. Now, this trash, you could rinse them out if you want to. Okay, again, bleached cypress, whiskey barrel, fireside ash, and charred hickory in this order. We'll hold this up again. Isn't that beautiful? That's so pretty. So it's just enough, okay? So now I'm gonna add my heat gun and we're gonna dry this off just a bit. I'm gonna take these gloves off because I don't need them anymore. I like to wear gloves because I don't really like to get that mess on my hands. We're gonna add these guys over here. I'm not gonna lean on it and get it on my shirt. It's my scrubby soap shirt. Okay, and I have my trusty heat gun that has been through everything. It's so beat up. So it's gonna be loud for just a second. I have to dry it, otherwise it's not going to, my stencil's not gonna stick to anything wet. If you guys have any comments, this is the time to ask questions while I'm drying this, and I'll answer any paint related questions to Dixie Belle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ben. If you guys aren't following me, I would appreciate if you did and be honored. It's NTS Design Co. on all social media platforms. That's where you can find me. And then obviously I'm here every Wednesday to come do some fun stuff over here on the YouTube channel, where we just kind of hang out and do our thing. So since I've already burned this board, as I'm heating it up, it smells like marshmallows. Like that burned wood smell. To me, it always just smells like marshmallows. Like campfire-y smell. I'm just trying to get the center dry because that's where I'm going to mainly be working, and then we'll come along the edges here in a bit. Almost there, guys. Should a stained top of furniture have a lighter or darker painted base? You do whatever you want. My favorite stain in the no pain gel stain is walnuts, which is like a medium color. It's more like this. And I paint everything. I paint all kinds of colors. You do whatever your heart desires. There's no wrong or right. It's just kind of whatever you feel like doing. I know that's not really answering your question, but it just depends. If you want to paint something really light and you want to do a darker stain to add more contrast, you can do that. If you just want to make it like more cohesive, then you can do like a really light color paint with a lighter stain. If you're going to do a whitewash over it, we also have the white pickling white stain to kind of make it cohesive. It's completely up to what you want. There's no wrong or right answer to that. I hope that helps. I'm the type of person that I don't know if there are rules, because if there are, I don't follow them. I do whatever I want to do. I'm an artist. I'm in this because it's fun. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So there's that. I worked in a doctor's office my whole entire adult life, and it made me want to stick pencils in my eyeballs because it wasn't fun. So yeah, so now I do this, and I get to express myself in any which way I want to, and if somebody doesn't like it, then that's a them problem, not a me problem. So that's kind of how I feel. So by all means, do whatever makes your heart happy. Definitely don't follow guidelines or rules from anybody else, because the only person who knows that if you like it or not is you. So that's my answer. Yeah, so yes. All right, so now this is dry. I don't want to rub it because I did sand it, but it still has little like sharp pieces of wood in there. Okay, so now this is going to be the fun part, okay? Are you guys excited? I am so excited. Hopefully this works out the way that I want it to in my brain. So we're going to take this beautiful mushroom piece and we're going to stick her in the middle. I usually do it upside down, but today I don't want to because I want to be able to see it. So you're just going to have to bear with me. All right. And also, Shannon, if you have any questions on anything, you can go ahead and feel free to DM me. I'd be happy to answer anything that you may have. Okay, so beautiful. It comes with this. You can apply this and kind of do it like this if you want to. I'm painting it with the paintbrush. In my head, I feel like this is going to work. I'm pretty sure it's going to. So here's the main piece that we're going to stick in the middle. Okay. And then there's little baby mushrooms that we can stick around if we want to, which I may or may not do. I like this piece because it's got the stars all over it. Like, look how cute that is. It's so cute. Okay. So now, move you, not drop my cup. I'm going to try to slide this up just a little bit so that you guys can see a little better. We're inside my house, so it's not ideal. Usually I work at a table and I can bring you guys in better, but it is what it is, so I apologize. All right, let's get this bad boy down. I'm gonna take a rag. I'm gonna get a bigger rag. Bago rags. All right. And I'm not going to hurt my fingers doing this. So we're just going to wipe and get anything, little pieces of wood fragments, any extra stain that may or may not need to come off, and that's what we're doing, okay? So now we're gonna take the, it would help if I showed you guys the right side. So now we're gonna take the beautiful cottage core mushrooms. I just dropped those on the floor. That's okay, I don't think I'm gonna use those. And I'm gonna take this off and I'm going to put this in the middle. And I honestly think I'm only gonna be able to get this one done, but I'm gonna pop over on the old FB and finish this. If you guys wanna follow me over there, you're more than welcome to. All right, whee! So with these silkscreen stencils, when you are done, because they're silkscreen stencils, you need to immediately put them in water or they're going to dry out and then you're not gonna be able to use them again. So I want this bad boy in the middle. Is that the middle? I never know. I don't measure, so don't be judging me because I definitely never measure. I'm gonna do the middle of me and hope for the best. Okay. All right, we're gonna firmly press this bad boy down. Be careful because wood, splinters, blah, 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 blah. All right, there's a knot right there, so that's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. All right, so now the fun part. I'm going to be taking full contrast, okay? I'm gonna move this over here for just a second, and I'm gonna grab this backing paper and put that on there so I don't make a mess. I'm going to be taking the other voodoo gel stains that they do offer. This is White Magic, okay? And hopefully they're not clogged and I can get them out. I haven't used these in a while. Sometimes they're clogged. Okay. I literally am adding the tiniest little dollop. Close them all the way. That's another reason why I don't like to do this, because if I don't close them all the way and I shake them, I have shot voodoo gel stain across my house before, because that's what I do. Okay. Shake, 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 shake. Put your finger over it. We're using Bayou Moss because mushrooms, green, you know, the thing. And then I'll take my fingernail and scrape out the excess that's in there so that it'll come out. Because I am bad and I don't wipe things off like I should. Okay, we're just adding them to our little palette. There's that. We're gonna wipe them off this time because I just said I don't do it ever. This is the denim. This is one of my favorite blues. It's the prettiest color ever. I like the teal too. Oh, geez Louise. See, this is why I have rags. Get out of the green. I'm making a mess already. I will not stand for that. All right, bag of rags to the rescue. And why it's on plastic. All right. There's our denim. Close that. And now we're going to be adding the Temptress, which is this beautiful teal color. Like one exploded, so now I feel like they're all gonna explode. Okay. I don't know that I'm gonna be using all these colors, but we're just gonna go for it. Up in Smoke, which is a smoky gray color. Kind of self-explanatory. And Black Magic. There we go. Yay! Don't mind my old-fashioned clock. I like vintage stuff. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on here. We're gonna slide her back in the middle. We're gonna move all of these over here. There's all of our little voodoo gel stains, okay? And let's have some fun. All right, so, yeah, let's just paint. I'm just gonna paint and you guys can ask questions and we can talk and chill and hang out, and that's just what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do my Stars in Teal, which is that Temptress color. I'm gonna use my teeny tiny little paintbrush and hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Painting all my little stars teal. Very, very little amount is needed. Like that much. Super tiny amount. My little teal stars, super cute. That was a lot. That one might bleed out a little bit. It's kinda... They will bleed if you put too much on there, so you just need to be careful. You can also use gilding wax on these. You can, the possibilities are endless. You can use paint on them. A lot of people use paint on them. But there's no reason why you can't use the voodoo gel stain, as I'm doing now. Making it super fun. You just want to make sure your whole little silk screen area is filled. I've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I've missed going live with you guys. You guys are fun to hang out with. Okay, there's all my little stars, and then I have a cup of water so that I can rinse my brush out. So that way the stain doesn't get in my brushes, and I'm just gonna offload it so I can reuse the same brush, or you don't have to. I'm going to take the denim and I'm going to outline my little lines. You can go over your stencil. It doesn't have to be perfect. Excuse me. That's the other thing, like it's a silkscreen stencil, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's like coloring by numbers, but you can be messy with it. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Patty. I've missed you guys too. It's like hanging out with my friends. I work from home, so you guys are my friends. Doggies are barking next door. I wonder if they're playing outside. I took a video, I'm gonna post it on my IG, of my dogs. My big dog did not care. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go pee outside, no big deal. My little dog ran outside before she realized what it was. The snow got on her feet. She turned around and ran right back in the house. It was like, nope, not happening. Not doing this, definitely not. I don't want to. I don't know why you think I would want my feet cold and wet, Mom. She was not having it. Anybody else's animals not like the snow? I feel like everywhere is getting snow. It's so crazy. This is the snowiest, coldest winter we've had in a very, very, very long time. They said that we've had more snow this year since 2022, I think. So it's been a while. And we don't really get a lot of snow. It's just enough. It's here for like a day or so. They're more worried about everything melting and freezing the next day than they are about the actual snow. Me and my kid are gonna go sledding down the hill. I'll probably instantly regret that. Again, I'm just using the denim. And since this is all water base, it'll just come right on out of the stencil. Now you could do any colors that you want, obviously, but this is just what I'm doing. Color by numbers. I'm gonna go back and see if there's any places that didn't absorb. I like doing it over raw wood because I feel like it absorbs so much better. You could definitely do it over a painted surface. There's no rules. Like I said, do what you want. I just think this is fun. Excuse me. Again, I'm just going back and refilling in anything that didn't absorb. That's why I like this thin little brush. It's like perfect for these teeny tiny little areas. Has anybody else painted a stencil like this before? That's adorable. What kind of dogs do you have, Patty? I think you have little dogs, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully this inspires you to do something fun. If you're looking to do some like home decor stuff, you can definitely do something like this. You don't have to go out and buy expensive stuff. You can just make it yourself. I'm redoing my daughter's bedroom. I'm so excited. My oldest, well, yeah, my middle daughter, let me try that again. My middle daughter moved out last July, and I haven't done anything with her room. I was gonna make it my office, and that just, I'm never gonna use an office, so it is what it is. And it ended up being my dog room. So my dogs have the room, and there's a futon in there and everything. So we are going to make that my daughter's room, my oldest daughter's room, and I'm going to make her bedroom now her like den area, so she has more space to do what she wants. So I may be hanging this up in there because it's super girly. So that'll be interesting. Lots of content there. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do all that. I wanna make it really fun and whimsical. But I'm not very whimsical. I'm a little more gothic. Like everything in my house is like not bright colors and that, so that should be interesting. I'm gonna have to hone in my inner rainbow bright girl. One of my friends is going to help me decorate. She's really good at that. My little online community of friends, thankfully I have lots of those that can help me do the things that I'm not really good at. Your online best friends are the most important, I swear. I know, like, a long time ago, you're like, ew, you like talk to people online? That's so weird. Now that's my whole job. Oh yes, so the name of the stencil is Cottage Core Mushrooms, and it has those two pieces that go with it. So the one that I'm using, and then I dropped the other one on the floor. I'll show you guys in a second. It's very pretty. There's also a mushroom decoupage paper. I'm left-handed, so this is gonna get everywhere now. There's a mushroom decoupage paper that's really pretty too, that I've used before. I like to do decoupage papers on canvases. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I love a decoupage on a canvas because you can get like the prettiest decoupage paper and go to like Goodwill and get you like a cheap, crappy, ugly canvas. It's way cheaper than going to Michael's. And then you can just add your own art to it. You just paint right on over it. I'll just use like whatever paint color that I want to put behind it, usually light, and then add my decoupage paper, and then I have really fun canvases. Like I have a ton of them that I've hung up in my house that are just decoupage paper because the paper is so pretty, and I'm not necessarily wanting it on a piece of furniture, but I like to hang it up as art. And then when I get tired of it, I can change it out. So that's a really fun thing to do as well. I can show you guys next week if you want to see that on how to do that. We'll see, whatever you want to do. I have some furniture I need to be working on right now too, but it's too cold. I can't get in my shop. I have AC, but no heat. Everybody's like, get a split unit. I'm like, yo, I have the AC part of the split unit, but they're like $5 grand. So it's just me here. That's a lot of money. I'll just wait until it gets warm again. We'll be painting in the house, doing fun projects. What do you guys do when it's too cold to be in the shop? You guys work on fun projects in the house? Are you lucky enough to work in your house? I can't work in my house because I am the messiest of painters and I don't have the space for it. I'm not doing it in my living room. My animals would get all over it. Plus I have my bright shop lights that make it easier to see in there because I'm half blind. I've been painting a lot of doors. I've been painting all my doors black because apparently that's what's in right now, and I'm loving it. I am so here for it. My doors are white, and I don't know if you have white doors in your house, but they're messy. Like, no matter how much you clean them off when you have kids, kids are messy. So I have been slowly painting all the doors in my house black, and I'm really loving it. It's like a very modern, clean, neutral, if that makes sense. Like, who knew black could be neutral? It's so pretty. I painted I'm sitting at my island right now, and I painted the bottom cabinets in Anchor in the Silkline paint, and I love it. I got a lot of grief on the internet because, you know, people, but it's held up so well, and I didn't even top coat it. I literally, because I'm lazy, not because I didn't want to, just because I'm lazy. I have 2 pieces in my dining room I need to start on. See, I don't know how you do it, man. I can't bring furniture in here. I'm so messy. And then I feel like my home space becomes my workspace, and I just don't want to do it. I just would be like the most unmotivated person ever. Shannon, more power to you. We are almost done, guys, and then we're gonna start on the mushroom. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, so if I do, apologize in advance. Okay, we're gonna rinse that out. Now we're gonna do the green for the stalks, and that is the Bayou Moss. Turn this before I dip it back into the blue. This is a little easier because they're all grouped together, so I'm just kind of slopping it on there. And hopefully it's not all a blurry mess. Art's subjective, right? So even if it is, whatever. You're very messy, that's why you haven't started on them. All right, so you're my people. Cool. Patty has a good situation in her house. She paints downstairs in her house, so it's warm. I'm jealous. We don't have like basements here. I don't know why in the South we don't have basements. It's weird. I'm originally from up north, and they have basements up there. Here, not so much. I've tried to paint upstairs in my 5th bedroom, but it's so far away, and I don't like lugging furniture upstairs because that's a hassle. I used to paint in my dining room, but then that became, I scratched the snot out of my floors, and then I kept getting paint all over the walls, so I shook a FIFO bottle and it squirted, so I have paint over there on my ceiling. There's that. All right, so now I'm gonna do the white. I'm gonna do white underneath, and then we're gonna paint teal on the tops. And then we'll see how she came out. If it's a total flop, guess what? I can sand it off, start over. Pretend it never happened. This is why I love these little brushes, because you can get right into these tight little areas. fix that in a second. I forgot to do some green up here on this stem. It's okay, we'll fix it. Go back to that green. All right, now we're gonna go back to the temptress and what is wrong with my brain? All right, let's go back here. I missed one. Get them all? Okay. Before I keep moving. All right. Now let's do the temptress. I wish there was yellow. I mean, you could use paint, like I said. You don't have to just use stain, but yellow would be fun. Or pink. I'm not sure this green is going to show up, so I'm just going to peel it back just a little bit to see. And if it doesn't, then we can use another color. It's very relaxing. It's like a coloring book. Okay, I'm gonna peel back just a little bit and see if I can see if the green worked. If it didn't, we're gonna use a different color. Okay, you can see it. All right, so now, very carefully, because I like to spill stuff. You guys ready? Moment of truth. Yay, that's super cute. All right, let me put that over here so that I can dry that. I'm gonna turn around so you guys can see it. Is it perfect? No. But is it super cute and do I love it? Absolutely. Isn't that fun? Super, super fun. So I love that. And then if you want to, on the little areas that got kind of like super painty, you can just blot. And then there you go. They're like little mushrooms. And I can go back in with a fine paintbrush and outline it, and the Up in Smoke, which is, or Black Magic, which is the black, and just kind of fine tune. I might do that. I might just come in here and do a little bit of line work with them. I'll show you. So I can use the black and then just kind of fine tune some of these very lightly. Just so you can see them a little bit better. but very light, not anything crazy. You could also wait till it dries. Let's see how you can see it just a little bit better. No, you can't see. So you can see it just a little bit better with that black. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back with that and then that'll be it. So, all right, guys. Well, that is it for the YouTube. I'm going to pop on over to my page and finish this. If you guys would like to follow me there, I would be honored. And if not, I will see you guys next Wednesday at 10 a.m. I hope you guys have a great day. Have some fun. Go play in the snow. Go do all of the things. Stay warm, whatever it is. All right, love y'all. Bye. Thank you, Dixie Belle, for having me, and I will catch you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.